gave us our licenses back, and that was it. We were on the road to Minneapolis. So we kept driving and driving. Luckily, at the border, the car was running alright, because about 4 miles down, the car started to just do jittery things, because I had bought a lemon. I won't mention the name of the car, but it was a lemon, definitely. And so a lot of the money that was reserved for food went towards putting oil in the car. So we put oil in the car, and it sucked, because as soon as we put oil in the car, the car would run fine for a while, but behind us there would be like a mile of smoke. So if somebody was driving, all they would see is smoke. Thank God there was no cops. Like, if police saw all that smoke, they would definitely take our car off the road, and then what would we do? Walk home, you know? So we're we're driving, and it's kind of neat going to the States, because the further you get to the States, the less snow there is, you know. So it kept going, less snow, less snow, less snow, to like no snow. And this was like me and Max's, like, you know, the sun coming up. You know, we were like amazed. Oh my God, there's no snow. And we started getting radio stations from Minneapolis and stuff. So we thought, oh, we're getting close, even though we weren't anywhere near close. But we thought we were. So we kept driving and talking about things, this and that. Stopped at a corner store to get some food and groceries, and Max buys a 2-liter of root beer, and as we're driving along listening to music, he opens the root beer, and the root beer just blows up in our faces, all over this side of my face, all over his pants and his shoes and his face and his, you know, the car. It's like this thing was just a bomb, and it's not like he shook it or anything. He didn't. It's just bad luck, I guess. They were like, fuck, scrambling around to try and get stuff to wipe this and that, and pulled over to the side, and oh man, it sucked. But we kept going to Minneapolis. Kept driving along, and at this time our battery started to run out. The battery light started to flicker on, and when the battery light would flicker on, the radio would shut off. We'd be like, oh, that can't be a good thing. So the battery's dying. The car needs shitloads of oil. We're starving. We can't turn on the the heater in the car, because it's just gonna take more power. And so we could have turned back, but we can actually see Minneapolis at this point. We could see the buildings, and there's no way in hell we were going back. We could see those damn buildings, and we're gonna get to those damn buildings. So before then, we saw the Minneapolis jail. So that was kind of cool. We both got out of the car and took, pictures of each other standing in front of the Minneapolis jail, looking all tough and stuff. And then we got back in the car, revved it up, kept going on to Minneapolis, which is kind of neat, because it's like a one road type thing. You just gotta follow the road to Minneapolis, like Alice in Wonderland. So this is when it gets stressful. By the time we get to Minneapolis, it feels like we're in another world. Max gets out of the car and he can't even walk. He's like, what's wrong? I'm like, man, it's just cramps, man. You've just been sitting in a car for so long that, those are just cramps. Minneapolis is only supposed to take 8 hours. It took us 16. But, so we're parked at a place that sells vacuum cleaners. It's really big, just a gigantic place that sells vacuum cleaners. Like, it doesn't make any sense. In my city, there's no huge warehouse full of vacuum cleaners. I guess there's just so many people there buying vacuum cleaners that's what they do. They sell vacuum cleaners. So before then, I tried to cash in my Canadian money for some American money, and nobody would take it. Every single convenience store said no. So I thought, okay, maybe this vacuum cleaner warehouse might know where to go. So I go inside, and the guy has a vacuum in his hand, and he's vacuuming. He's vacuuming the floor of a vacuum warehouse. It's just, to me, that seems strange. So he's vacuuming. I'm like, excuse me. It's like he's trying to ignore me or something. I'm like, excuse me. So then finally he turns off his vacuum, his top of the line vacuum, and I ask him, I say, I'm from Canada. I'm just wondering, is there anywhere I can go to change my Canadian funds into American funds? And he starts laughing like it's funny, and he doesn't realize like all this stress that we've been put through. I didn't even get a smirk on my face. I was just like, and he's like, don't you understand? It's Martin Luther King Day. Everything's closed. I was like, oh man, if we would have only looked at a map or turned on the TV or something. So basically, there was no way we were going to get money, even if we stayed there till the morning. So Max is outside having a smoke, meaning I should have a smoke right now. You could just tell when he's stressed out, he's pacing back and forth, and he's kicking imaginary things and stuff like that. So I tell him the bad news, and basically ask him, what do you want to do? What are we supposed to do?